Namaste, welcome to Easy Tarot. And in today's video, we have five file options for what is your future spouse's personality. This means who they are, their nature, how they are with their mom, their dad, and we are going to go in depth about them, their personality, not exactly how they would be with you or anything like that. If you want a video about that topic, which is how they would treat you or something like that. That would be on a different reading, on a different subject altogether. But this time we are just going to go deeper into a deeper dive about into their life, into their personality, not necessarily their life experiences, but definitely their personality. And as I said earlier, we have different file options over here, and I would provide you the up close look of these files. Let me just introduce these files right now. This is file number 1, blue. File number 2 is brown. File number 3 is pink. File number 4 is green. And file number 5 is yellow. Everything is heart shaped. So you can choose any of the colors that you are drawn to, that your intuition is drawn towards, anything, however you feel is right. Um, just so you know, I am also going to provide to you the extended version in the Patreon, where, okay, before that, let me just debrief about what we are going to discuss in this particular pick a card reading. Here we are going to talk about their nature, how they treat their mom, or what they feel about their mother, father, or siblings, and their career, their social life, that is their friends. In the Patreon extended version, we are going to look into a deeper dive about what was the story with their ex and how they would interpret um, the how like why they broke up with their ex type of a reading, and versus how their ex would describe them, okay, after breakup. Okay, so something like we'll just get a deeper perspective about who your person is. And also we are going to see in the Patreon extended version what is their aspiration in terms of career. So if you are like, literally we are going to see a very different type of a person, personality type of reading in this pick a card, and totally I'm guided by the angels for these topics. So if you're interested in the Patreon version, the extended version, let me just tell you the where can you find the reading. You'll be able to see it at the end of the video, and then the description is again in the description. Sorry, the timestamps are in the description down below, so it will be helpful with that. So without further ado, let's begin with file number 1. Oh my god, file number 1. You will not believe what was the channel message, channel song for you guys, and it was Undo Tres, that is by Sophia and Jason Derulo. Um, that song just rang in my head right now, and literally I got this message that maybe one of you had, or whoever is watching, maybe all of you have had some experiences in the past where the other person um, was just into, you know, being intimate with the other person, was just looking for a shallow type of a relationship. And some of you have had certain experiences with someone in the past. I don't know, that's a very weird energy for me to describe, because I don't know, it's, of course it's relatable, but also it's something that nobody wants to think about again. And that's why it's a little bit awkward for me. But yes, that's one of the experiences that you have had in the past. That's what my angels are saying. Or maybe is one of your future spouse's experiences that they have had. Okay, so what was the significance of that message in this reading? It's literally nothing. The significance is all about angels are trying to tell you, you know what, you're in the right file. How do we know? This is how we know. The channel song, this is you, your experience. That's how we know that we are on the right file. So that's why sometimes angels just give certain messages about you that would just resonate with you. So that's like a double check, double confirmation for you guys that you are in the right path. Okay, so what is the nature of your future spouse? We have Ace of Pentacles. Wonderful. I love this card. Okay, we'll just shuffle all these cards and then we will go forward. Um, mhm. Okay, I understood. It is friends. Yep, it is friends. Okay. Career. Manager. Okay. Oh, oh, okay. Um, so basically, your future spouse is someone who wants for some of you they are your soulmate. I don't know why I just heard that. Okay, they have high ambitions towards their career. They are someone who is serious about career. They have aspirations and dreams and desires in terms of their career. And again, if you have not listened to the introduction video, I have mentioned that what is their 5 years goal or 5 year goal type of reading is something that we are going to cover up in the extended version. So if you're interested, you can check on the Patreon for that. But again, you don't have to, because like we are, like this message is clear cut, 100% that they are someone who is interested in career. They are someone who has high goals for themselves. They have always dreamt about some type of career in their life, and they have worked all their life or many years of their life towards that goal. Although, since the career paths are over here and also a little bit over here, I want to mention this. Although they are having a lot of difficulty achieving those goals because of the financial issues, is one of the reason I'm saying. Because sometimes they are like, okay, you know what, I just have my, for example, dream job, but in order to have my dream job I have to have certain degrees and certain education or certain criteria, and in order to fulfill that criteria I do not have enough money, and in order to have enough money I have to earn money, and that's why they are doing some 9 to 5 job or some type of job or some type of earnings. They are trying to earn certain money so that they can get enough of the money so that they can fulfill their dreams. Okay. But then what is happening at the end of the day is something is literally hurting them. I don't know whether they see the potential, to be very honest. They don't understand how law of attraction works, that's for sure. Or maybe they have tried law of attraction, it doesn't work for them. And that's okay. Like sometimes some things doesn't work for, like certain things doesn't work for everybody, and that's just human, like it's just natural. We cannot do anything about it. Although there's this energy of, they are just heartbroken about this whole situation, because they have aspired to be someone in terms of career, that they have worked really hard, worked their a off, and they do not know like what they have done wrong, or they are trying their best to do all the savings and stuff, and still it's not working out, and they are heartbroken. And because they are heartbroken, they are not able to give their 100% to the job that they are doing, the 9 to 5 job that they are doing, in order to earn enough money to fulfill their dream job in their life. um yeah, and also there's this energy with the Six of Sword. There's this energy of they have tried something about immigrant too, which is like traveling or something. I don't know. They might have tried to. They might have been traveling in for their work. This could be one of the messages. But the other message that I was receiving very prominently was that they they try to do that. They try to do job, but then job is not something that their heart really wants. They want to still pursue their dream job, and it just hurts them so bad Okay, and also the career, like the people and the politics and stuff like that. That also hurts them really bad, and then they just end up, you know, uh, moving on from that particular company, and then they all they remember now is how much they have, you know, changed company from company, and like literally they cannot see the future because there's no future. That's what they think right now. Again, the deeper dive would be in the picture, and I really want to see what's going on in this person's life. Actually, I don't know. But yes, that's like a really, really, really important thing for them, which is like career is like a very important thing for them, and they would just do anything for this to change. But what I do not understand is the Tree of Wands is not about not having any future. It's literally about having any future that you want. This person has what this person in this Tree of Wands is looking at is a dry land that is just a clear land, like, right? And this could be interpreted as, oh, okay, there's nothing in front of me. Or this could be interpreted as, whoa, there's literally nothing in front of me. I can create anything I want. That's the energy of Three of Wands in actuality. But right now, they are so heartbroken with the Three of Swords that they are not able to see the potential of the future for themselves. Um, and there's also let's just get deeper into their family life, because I can see what's happening over here. Something about they might have father issues, um, which we'll discuss later on. But one person that supports them financially, emotionally, the person that gives them emotional stability in their family is their mother, and they feel very grounded when they are with their mother, and they feel like everything is right, and they just have to, even if they are having a bad day, let's say, they just come home, they spend time with mother, or they have a phone call with their mother, and then they just feel bad. Sorry, they just feel good. Um, Sometimes they miss their mother a little bit. I don't know why that is coming through, but yeah, that is something that is coming through actually. Um, and on the contrary, if they are having a really strong, grounded, stable, um, safe bond with their safe and healthy bond with their mother, it's kind of the opposite with their father. The father is someone who blames your future spouse a little bit. I don't know for what, but there's this blame games going on. There's this politics type of thing that is going on. I don't know. I don't like to get into that topic, but Five of Wands and Five of Swords is literally the cards of politics. That happens in our life. I don't know. Ignore. But yeah, but there's this blaming thing, and someone. I would see this father as someone who is not taking responsibility of their family, or maybe this could be the situation where the parents have been divorced, and that's why the father is unavailable. So the father could be literally unavailable or emotionally unavailable. It doesn't matter. Even if whenever the father is available, they just end up having fight with each other. They do not have agreement. They have disagreements. Your future spouse have disagreements with your future spouse's father. You know, so um, that's kind of the issue that they have, and and that has kind of affected their social life outside of their family. Now, if they have any siblings, they are in contact with their siblings. Okay, they are in like in a in actually this, if they have a sibling, I have a feeling that they might be a brother. They don't have to be, but why am I sensing this is because of how your future spouse feels about the whole social situation altogether. They only feel secure, stable with their mother, and they do not feel secure in any other type of relationship. And in fact, they are someone who do not want to have friendship in first place. They don't want to get close to anyone. They think that everybody is shallow or everybody is casual, and they are not someone who believes in casual relationships. They like even casual friendships. They believe in true genuine friendships, and that's what we are saying. They would rather have their heart sealed off rather than to talk to anybody else. And this is what I'm saying, because of the father issues that this person has. All they would love to have is stability, security, and all they unfortunately have in their life with their father or because of their father right now is they do not see themselves having a healthy relationship with anybody except for their mother, unfortunately. Um, yeah, and with their siblings, they have like a regular contact with their sibling. They are respectful towards their sibling. They communicate with their siblings. Maybe their siblings' love language is word of affirmation. So that's why they have a regular texting going on, they have a regular phone call going on, or meetups. I do not know how they contact. They just contact, they just talk. That's the message. Although with the page of swords is the energy that um that is like that represents logic, rationality, intellect, and brain in general. When it comes to page of swords, the type of communication that one have with the other person is kind of a superficial type of a conversation. It's a regular conversation, that's what I can see, but it's a superficial conversation. That's why we can also represent page of swords for texting, like how is you, what's up, or something like that. It's just a very superficial conversation, and something might be wrong between these people. I don't know why, because when I was touching the card, I just sensed like something around my chest, as if I'm, I don't know, as if something is hurt or someone is hurt or something like that. I don't know what that feeling was. I literally do not understand that, but if at all, if at all I can guess what that would be, they would have loved to have a deeper, meaningful conversation with their siblings, but there's something that stops them. There's something that stops them. It's not that they cannot have the conversation. It's not that the sibling is not someone who is capable of having like a deep conversation or something like that. But it's just whenever they feel like opening up, something shuts them down, and they cannot do that. They cannot go further with it. And that's really sad, actually. um I don't know if at all you can feel the energy. Some of the people who views the tarot is an empath, and then they can sense the energy. But right now I'm like sensing this energy so bad. It's like my chest is so hurt right now. I'm not like, it's not physical hurt, if you know what I mean. It's something emotional. And yeah, maybe they have some underlining issue with their sibling too. I don't know. Anyway, so for the YouTube general reading, this was the reading for you guys. And if you do need to know in depth, right? Actually, for you guys, for those who would be picking pile number one for Patreon, I would also like to see what impact you are going to have in this person's life. Because if you are someone who brings this stability for them, I would be so happy for this person, and I do not know how they would treat you and all that. So we are going to see all those jazz in the Patreon extended version. So if you're interested, come on in. And in the end of the video, I have given the information you'd need, or the description already has the information you need for how you can access the Patreon reading. Okay. Okay, so see you there. Bye. Let's move on to group number two. This, for those of you who chose group number two, this is going to be a reading, and we are seeing how your future spouse is, their personality, their nature, their career, um, how they would represent themselves in, as per their career and stuff like that. And let's see certain messages like their personality, their life. We are going to go deep into themselves. We are not going to see how they are connected to you, how they treat you, what is their nature towards you, why do they love you, or anything like that. We are just seeing who they are as a person in this reading. So as soon as we are finished with the shuffling, we'll start with this. So let's take the basic card, which is what is your future spouse's nature? I just need one card, guardian angel. What is your future spouse's nature, file number? There are three cards coming out. Three is an important number for you guys. Yeah, three is an important number for either you or your future spouse, and for some of you, 0 or 8 is an important number. Look at this. Three cards. Three cards are popping out. Are these the cards? Okay. Okay, now. It's not even just a moment. I'll just figure it out and then we'll start with the video once again. I don't know, guys. I'm not psychically picking this up. Like, all three of these cards are not supposed to be here. Are these the right? Or three are not? Personality is this. Nope, I'm not picking this up. Guys, I'm not sure. I'm not picking this up. Look at this, guys. There are three coming here once again. I don't know what's wrong. Guardian Angel, I'll just shuffle these cards once again. Guardian Angel, I just want one card for one question, please. And, oh, there are two over here. Oh, God. What is the nature of the future spouse? Got it. The nature of your future spouse, how they are towards their parents. See, crystal does all the work sometimes. How they are towards their parents. Wonderful. See, one card popped out. So, okay. One thing I have to tell you, if you can or if you want to, I would recommend you to go for a YouTube reading or a personal reading, it doesn't matter, with the question of what is the messages your future spouse want to share with you right now. Because as I said, with the threes, maybe angels want to share something with you, or related to future spouse, like angels might want to share something related to future spouse to you, or maybe um your future spouse has certain messages for you. I have done a reading called higher what is your future spouse's higher self trying to tell you, and that is more like a guidance type of a message. If you're interested and if your intuition is saying that that is the right reading for you, just it's not in the description, but then you can check in my channel. That is like the recent video that I've done. Okay, okay, now how they are towards their siblings. This is sibling. Okay, how they are with their friends, or what is their social life. Okay. Okay. In terms of their social life, I'll just get a glimpse of these cards. I'm going to take one at the end of the day. But they are afraid of judgments. They are confused whether someone like them or not, whether their friends are judging them or whether their co-workers are judging them. Sometimes they like to party and drink and stuff like that. Other times they are hurt with, especially with the um, X scenario, like if they were in a relationship, they have been hurt in the past, and most of the times they just like to keep the conversation very to the minimal with the people. They are not more like a friendish type of a person. So that's what I saw from all those cards. Yes, yes, yes. We have Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So, like, we can understand, right, why they are not someone uh, who believes in friends or friendships, or they might have had some issues in the past or something like that, but they would rather be alone than that of hang out with a lot of friends. They have friends, don't get me wrong. They have friends. They like to hang out. They like to travel. They like to, go out on it for the drinks or stuff like that. But then when it comes to having a close relationship with friends, they do not know whether they can trust anyone. That's the energy with the Two of Swords. And the judgment that was there before, and that's the energy for your future spouse, which is like, I don't know whether I can trust them. I don't know whether they judge me. I don't know whether they are gossiping about me in my behind my back. I don't know whether they are saying the truth about how they perceive me or something. But I definitely know that I don't want to get too close or too attached to any friend, even friends, okay, any friend or any type of relationship, unless I'm sure 100% that they are genuine, they are trustworthy. So for them, for your future spouse, trust is such an important factor, and yeah, that's how they believe in. They might be an extrovert actually, and that's how they would be that's how they would make anyone their closest friend. But being an extrovert doesn't mean that someone shares their life or shares their secret to everyone. Being an extrovert sometimes also means that someone is outgoing and have a lot of people in contact, but they do not trust everyone. That's the energy for your future spouse. Let's see the cards for your future spouse's career. How? Okay. Ah, there are two cards. Yeah, there's this connection with pile number one over here. I don't know why. If you have watched pile number one and then that resonated with you as a person, then this might be your future spouse, and there would be a lot of like mirroring energy, and that's why you were drawn to both of these cards. Or maybe this is your future spouse, and pile number one was also your future spouse, something like that. But irrespective, if you have chosen pile number one and two, you are on the right path. There's this huge connect. There's this like a little bit of connection over here, not like a big one, but yes, a little bit connection. Okay. Okay. how how would I describe your future spouse's personality with the first card, which is their personality trait and their nature, is the Hermit. This is more like, yeah, this is their actuality, to be very honest. They are quite outgoing, they are quite outspoken, they are someone who laughs with everyone. But if you would ask them who they are, they would describe themselves as someone who is lone wolfish type of a person because of some hurt that has happened in the past. They would be a bookworm. They love to read, and some of you over here has just gotten excited because you are a bookworm as well. I don't know. I just received your excitement over this message. Let me know in the comments down below. Why were you excited? Why were you excited that this person is a bookworm? Is it because you are too? I don't know. Let me know. Okay, and they are someone who is passionate about certain things. Like they would whenever they would watch movie, for example, they wouldn't just watch movie for like watching it and moving on, but on the contrary, they like to think about it. They like to think from the perspective of, for example, the artist or the direction point of view, or the story writer's point of view. They want to know and explore what is going on over there. They could be a Gemini, or they could also be a Virgo. I'm getting a strong sense of Mercury over here. They are someone who thinks a lot. Their intellect is strong, and maybe this is why also they are a bookworm. They love to read. They love to spend time with themselves a lot. It's not that they do not spend time with others. As I said earlier, they do spend time with others, but they feel more secure, um, more comfortable, and more grounded when they are with themselves. That's the energy. This is who they really are at the core. But also, if you would ask their co-workers who they are, they would just completely say that, oh, they are like they are sometimes moody. They are but they are a great person. They are friendly and all that. They are friendly. Your future spouse is a friendly type of a person, but not that. But they are very friendly towards themselves as well. They love themselves. They love their company. That's the energy I'm receiving. They do not have any close or best friend too, or maybe they have very rare, very few of them. Like you can count them on their hands, on our hands, whatever. It's below five for sure, or maybe one or zero. I don't know. Zero could also be as true as one. Okay. How your future spouse's relationship is with their mother? How would they describe it? They feel very abundant. They feel very grateful to have a mother like that. They feel that their mother is quite wise with this person over here. I'm seeing them and then their gray hair. So they are quite wise. They trust their mother so much. They are like, they always end up feeling, your future spouse always end up feeling that uh, they are still a child when it comes to talking to their mother. They feel, no matter what they have accomplished in their life, no matter how much, what their age is, no matter what they are doing right now, they might be like the smartest person, right? Smart A person, but still when it comes to talking, having a conversation with their mother, they always feel that no, this woman over here is a wise woman, and I'm so grateful for having her in my life. She is also, the mother in this card is also giving me a Hermione type of an energy. If you know Harry Potter, the character of Hermione is exactly what I'm sensing from this card, actually. And how grateful Ron feels towards Hermione. If you have read the book, then you know. Then, like during their friendship phase, he always feels grateful that she is there for them. She always helped them with their homeworks and stuff like that. She's a smart person. She's always right, and the gratefulness that the person has towards that Ron has towards Hermione is the gratefulness, okay, is the gratefulness that your future spouse has towards their mother. Of course, the relationship dynamic in the movie and sorry, in the book and in this in your future spouse's life is different. The here it is a mother and child type of a relationship, and there it is a romantic relationship. We are excluding the romantic part, of course. I hope everyone are clear on that one. Okay, they might also have pets, okay, in their house, because there are two dog type of an, yeah, yeah, exactly. If they have any pets, they might, there would be two animals. That could be two cats or two dogs or two of any pets, okay, because here is two. Yeah, two dogs. So most likely they are going to have two dogs in the house. And someone around here who is watching pile number two has do know someone like is they know who I'm talking about. Do know someone in whose house they have two pets? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, actually. I would be interested to know that. Okay, moving on. How your future spouse would describe their relationship with their father. Their relationship with their father has developed and it has grown and it has felt different over the years of time. So when they were a child, their father looked like a role model to them. Their father looked like someone who is, for example, some like a superhero or something, right? But when they were a teenager, they felt like the relationship dynamic has changed. That's why we have Ace of Wands. There's this new beginnings all the time with their father. um, their relationship dynamics changes. They almost feel like their father is their best friend. Their father is someone whom your future spouse can joke with about, mostly non-veg jokes. I don't know. I just sense that. Then when they are adult or young, um, you know, around their 20s, they have a very much more different relationship dynamic with their father. They are discussing about, finance with their father and stuff like that. So all the time, literally, their relationship dynamic with their father changes, and in a good way, all the time. Like whatever they need, they feel that um, that person, for example, if they needed a best friend, their father becomes their best friend. If they need an advisor, their father becomes an advisor. That's the energy dynamic that we have with their father. And their father could be a Gemini. I don't know why, but someone said that their father was Gemini on the internet, YouTube, and then I was just recalled with that when I was touching this card, and I do thoroughly believe that that's the case for some of you. Okay, if at all they have any sibling, first of all, most of your future spouse doesn't have any siblings. That's why we have the moon. Other than that, if at all they have any siblings in their life, how do they feel about them? Well, they feel like their siblings are their pets. Yeah, that's for sure, 100%. Because, like, for most of you, like, literally, they do not have any siblings. And if they have any siblings, maybe they would think that, like, the moon would say they feel that they are unaware of how their siblings are feeling. Their sibling is in the dark, they might be in no contact or something like that, and that doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why it only makes sense that they do not have any siblings, and that's fine. They might be the only child. um yeah, and they do believe that their pets are their siblings. So there we go. There are two dogs over here, two dogs over here. That just perfectly aligns. Then we have how are they with friends, which I have already let you know that they are not quite sure. Also, like I'm getting a little bit of the vibes with Two of Wands over here, which is they are not sure whether they would love to have friends. They would love to be in connection with someone. Sometimes when they think about having friends, some of you are teenagers. That means your future spouse right now in this time, whenever you're watching this video, are a teenager, and that means literally they do not know whether they would like to have friends. They have heard how friends make their life better, friends makes life better and stuff like that, and they are thinking whether they would like to have friends or connection or anything like that, but they do not need it because their relationship with their father is everything, to be very honest. It's perfect. Though, yes, even if they have friends, they are not trustworthy towards them. They just want, yeah, I don't think that we should go over this again. They just want to have have fun with their friends, and then when it comes to having a heart to heart conversation, they would rather go for their father. Okay, now moving on to what is your future spouse's career, or what will be your future spouse's career. So, in terms of career, your future spouse is someone who has initially decided that they want to go to path A, but they end up in path B. So that's the energy I'm receiving with the Six of Swords. This is also the intuitive call. This is also something that universe has played along with. Universe wanted them to, digress. They wanted them to, go for another path for their career, and that's what has aligned with them. So this is aligning, and everything is smooth, everything is nice. They feel peaceful. Sometimes, of course, it's like a regular work. Sometimes we feel good, sometimes we feel exhausted and stuff like that, but they are doing good by themselves. If I would describe how their career is, I would say that it's smooth. Yeah, it's flowing very nicely with the temperance. Although, don't be alarmed or surprised if their education would be something, and then their, like overall career would be something else, because that's the energy I'm receiving from the Six of Swords over here. Okay, so this was the reading for you guys, pile number 2. I would like to announce you that I'm going to do an extended version for you guys also, and that extended version would include about their 5 years goal from now, and if they have had any ex, which is barely any chance of having any ex. I don't know, they just don't seem to have any ex for some reason. Okay, even if they had any ex, how would they describe their breakup with their ex versus how would their ex describe their breakup with them? That is kind of a little bit important factor when it comes to understanding a person's personality in a deeper way. And so we are going to go in a deeper dive in Patreon extended version for that one. And if you want any details for how to access this, the details are in the description or in the end of the video. However you prefer, you can go for it. See you later. Bye. Those of you who chose pile number 3, this is going to be a reading, and we are seeing who is your future spouse, what is their personality, and we are going to go deeper into them and themselves. We are not going to see how they are going to treat you or anything like that. We are just going to see in a deeper dive as in who they are, what is their nature, how do they see their parents, and how are they with their siblings, and how are they with their friends, what is their social life, etc., and their career life, of course. So we are going to go deeper dive into who they are. Okay. um, so yes, let's begin. We'll shuffle the cards. Okay. Okay. It's father energy. Okay. I'm just checking which card goes where, because we'll just see. Okay. Hmm. For some of you, your future spouse doesn't have any siblings and they just wished they had. Hmm. They also see siblings in everyone. Like, for example, they wished, just as an example, okay, if they wished they had a brother, they would, have a best friend, and they would always call them brother. They would always treat them like their brother and stuff like that, so that they could feel the connection that they never had, kind of. Hmm. Okay, so these are the cards representing your future spouse in the extended version, we have an extended version for you guys. There we are going to see more about your future spouse, their past relationship, and how their ex would describe them or how they feel about you. Okay, we are going to go into the extended version about how they would feel about you once you are, married, or once you are in a relationship. And also, we are going to see what is their long-term goals. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can go to the extended version. The description has the details, and also the in the end of the video, I have provided you with the details that you would need. Okay, so for now, we are going to begin with this reading. What is the nature of your future spouse, and how do they see their mother and their father? Wonderful. Okay, so um, okay, one of the messages I received right now was that they do love their mother a lot, although they might either the mother and the father have separated and then this person lives with their father, or for some of you, I'm receiving the message that your future spouse doesn't have a mother, they just have one father or two fathers or something like that, but they have a father figure in their life, and their father is their world. And yeah, that's one of the message. So maybe their mother might have passed away by the time that you meet them. Anyway, um what is the nature of your future spouse? They could be a water sign, um Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They are someone who is a lot more emotional at times, but also they have had certain experiences in their past that has um, led them to understand that they shouldn't be emotionally involved with everything. And they try to, distance themselves from the emotions, but they do not quite know where they are going if they are not if they are not emotional what they are doing. They do not understand, mm, like they do not have like the logical or the practical or just the rational side of them, yet emotions are such an important part of them, but still they are trying not to be emotional about such situations. They are um trying not to take life personally. That's also what I heard right now. They are trying to, detach themselves from the emotions, but also something pulls them back towards the emotions at the same time. With the moon here, it is literally that they are trying to get away, but they are not sure where they want to go. They are trying to get away from the emotional situations. They are trying not to be not to take things personally. They are trying not to care about things, but then they do not understand how to, or they do not understand, if not this, then what? If not, if I'm not, connecting with people emotionally, then how am I supposed to connect with people anyways? That's the energy I'm receiving from my future spouse. That's their nature, and I would say that's their strength, but they haven't understood how to use their emotions, um not like use in terms of a negative word, but how to understand their emotions in certain way that they can use it as their strength, something like that. I do not I'm me personally, do not believe in, you know do not believe that emotions are a bad thing. And like, I understand there are so many people around here who believes that being practical is the way to go or stuff like that, but I'm someone who believes that emotions are the part and parcel of life, and one cannot be completely logical. One has to have an emotional reason, to pursue whatever they are pursuing, and emotions are the part of human, and it is not wrong, it is not bad. Yes, sometimes we get hurt, and also, who said being hurt is a bad thing in the first place. So that's where I come from. So that's why I don't see that your future spouse is in any way, shape, or form a wrong person when they are being emotional, but they think like that about themselves. They feel that a good they are not doing a good job when they are dealing with situation emotionally. So that's what their perspective is. How they feel about their mother, if they have one, is that their mother is independent, their mother is brilliant, their mother is smart, their mother is an example for them, they are the idol. And also, as I've said, for a lot of your future spouse, they might be seeing their mother from a distant. This woman with the Nine of Pentacles, she is alone. Nine is always the card of being alone, okay, in the minor arcana. So she's alone. That kind of means that your future spouse sees them as, a single person who they maybe this is the single parent. I don't understand who is this single. But yes, I'm sensing that your future spouse was grown up by a single parent. Um, Sometimes they would love to visit the mother, but then sometimes they are not able to. And that's also one of the energy I'm receiving, because the queen, sorry, the Nine of Pentacles is over here, and then this person is heading in this direction. And also, this card is pulling a lot of weight, which is the world. The world is everything. The world says that my father is everything. This is how your future spouse feel about their father. My father is everything. They are brilliant. They are wonderful. They are an icon. They could change the world if they could. They are doing an excellent job. By they are just being a great example, even at work and stuff like that. I don't know. I just sense the energy of, if you know Friends, Chandler's father. I sense their energy when I'm touching this card, and that just but also, like, I'm I'm sensing the feeling of pride, or yeah, your future spouse feels very, very proud of their father. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, they could be, their father could be someone who believes in angels or divine, or animals, or harmony in the universe, or they might be someone believing in the ecosystem. So they might be into animal welfare, into you know doing some NGO work for animals or for environment in general. So also that's something that your future spouse admires about their father. Their father is literally everything for your future spouse, and a lot of the blessings have come in their life because of the father, with the star, the world, and the Eight of Cups going into this direction. How do they feel about their siblings? If they, first of all, for a lot of you guys, they do not have any siblings, or they do not have a lot of connection with with their siblings. They would have liked to have a sibling, and they um, pretend, kind of. It's not pretending. The word isn't right. Um, they treat their best friends as their sibling, kind of. They make sisters out of their best friends, or brothers, just to fill the void in their heart of having the sibling. So that's one of the energy I'm receiving from the Ace of Wands. Other than that, if they do have any sibling, their sibling could be a fire sign, that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The sibling could bring something new to the table every now and then. Now, when it comes to having a water sign and the fire sign, kind of, a combination, we can literally see how different these two signs are. Water is more, um, you know, s- uh, they are deep, they are emotional, they are grounded, they are, mm, what can I say? They can be dreamy, but yes, they need to, like the ocean, they need to have um, this peace, this stability kind of an energy in the water sign. Not like the stability as that of what we see in the earth sign, but a different kind of stability that they need. And also, when it comes to a fire sign, they are passionate, they are someone who wants to do new things, or uh, they just have this different perception of life. So, obviously, if their siblings are fire sign, they bring new things to the table. You know, if the water sign and your future spouse would want things to be permanent, the in the siblings, the fire sign wants things to change, to advance, um, to lighten up, to they would have a lot of hobbies and everything. So that's what your future spouse thinks about their sibling. They believe that their sibling brings new things to the table every now and then, that their sibling changes their personality every now and then as well. That's an interesting way to see their sibling, actually. Okay, now moving forward to how your future spouse feel about their friend's life or how they are in their friend's life. They are quite lucky actually to have good friends in their life, and this is not something that they have done purposefully. They just know that some people do not have good friends, some people have like the friends that would just drain you out or something like that. This person, your future spouse, intuitively, if they are water sign, I would just completely guess that this is the work of their intuition, especially if they are Pisces or Scorpio. It doesn't matter what sign they are. They intuitively picked or picked up the friends they could get close with. Okay, they trust those people who ended up being trustworthy, who ended up giving them the abundance that they need in their life. They ended up filling the void that they ever had. If they are having a rough day, they could just go to their friends, and then their friends would make them feel that this was the best day that has ever happened in their life. So that's the importance their friends hold in their life. Yeah. Um, to sum it up, they have a really healthy pattern of friendship. And also, I wouldn't be surprised actually if you met them and then you fall in love with them and then, you end up getting married to this person because they just know who are right for them. Whoever lover they would have, they just gravitate towards true love. You know what I mean? That's the energy I'm receiving. Hmm. It's the similar energy with the Pisces, which is Alia Bhatt with Ranbir Kapoor. That's the energy I'm receiving. Okay. Now how they are in their career life. We have Page of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Currently, they are doing some job or something like that is kind of small or temporary. They might have some like long-term goals which we cannot see from these cards, but we are going to see in the extended version. But maybe the siblings have inspired them to have a cool job. They just want to have something that is like nice to do, that is maybe social media or any type of cool job, it doesn't matter. Or for a lot of you guys, they are doing some type of job that is fulfilling their needs for now, uh, though there's no scope in the future with that particular company, to be very honest. Now, why are they continuing with that job? I am aware with the second card, which is the Seven of Pentacles, that they are waiting for the right opportunity. Okay, they are waiting for the right opportunities to strike, to just hit the gold. Okay, so whatever they are doing currently, it's just temporary. Okay, and they are moving towards something grand, something big, something that they were waiting for a long time. Okay, also this is the wand, which is like, once the right time comes, okay, they are going to take this wand, use it to just gain all the pentacles that they deserve. But right right now, the pentacles are just seven pentacles. They might be waiting for it to be nine of pentacles, or they might be waiting it for to be 10 of pentacles. I don't know what their goal is, but this is what I am sensing from these two cards, that they are waiting for it to grow. They are waiting for the opportunity to be bigger, and once that opportunity does knock on their door, they are just going to go for it, and they are just going to win whatever they wanted to win in their career life. So yes, this was it for you guys, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, and if it resonated, if you do know this person already, let me know that as well, because I'm sensing for a lot of you guys, like, this could be, you could be their true love, like, I'm almost guaranteed. This is not something that card has said to me, but the way that they are gravitated towards healthy relationship naturally, and their intuition just guides them throughout the relationship process, I just know that this could be one of the scenarios that is true, which is like, they could see you as their first true love, and then you would just end up getting married to each other. That would be so crazy. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, we'll meet you in the extended version. See ya. Bye. For those of you who chose file number 4, this is going to be a reading. We are going to see who is your future spouse. We are going to go deeper dive into their personality. We are going to see who they are, as in what is their nature, how do they feel about their parents, how are they feeling about their friends, what is their social circle, that is, and their career, a little bit of glimpse of their career, of course, and their siblings, if any. Hmm. Okay. How are they with their mother? Okay. This person looks like a little bit of grumpy old man, you know. Of course, not like old and man is not something that might be resonating with everyone, of course, but that's kind of the energy I'm receiving. Your future spouse might be a little bit grumpy when you do end up meeting them. Yeah. Okay, this is the career card. We are going to see what is their social life. Wonderful. Okay. Now, if I do sense one energy from your future spouse, with the Harry Potter reference, I sense them as Professor Snape. They've had some issues with their social life, which I can see from here. Your future spouse has some issues with their social life. Your future spouse themselves distance, uh, you know, they distance themselves from the social situations and stuff like that. It could be simply that, they are an introvert and etc. But since this energy is of nine of wands, they're like, oh my god, I always end up getting hurt you know whenever I want to talk to people, or whenever I go out and about. This always ends up being a bad situation for me. I would rather not. Okay, okay. Let's start with the first card, which is Five of Swords, which does represent their nature. Who your future spouse is, they could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could be someone who has a lot of kind of a habit of overthinking. That is not necessarily a bad thing, but that is one of the nature which I'm seeing. They are someone who might have the issues with decision making, especially when things come for you know, the head versus heart fight is something that we can see from the Five of Swords. So that's one of the things. Other than that, from the early age on, they have seen a lot of politics happening in their family or um, in their friends' life or society in general, and how people treat each other or how mean people are with each other. They have known about all these from, I'm hearing, since they were seven. They have seen the bad part about the devilish part of people right from when they were like small. So now they have, of course, they have trust issues. They are grumpy, they are irritable, they are defensive, they are ready to fight. They would rather fight than love. That's the energy I'm receiving from your future spouse. And they, of course, they do not trust the other person very easily. And of course, as we can see, by the way, this is your future spouse's nature for you. Okay, if you meet your future spouse, this is what your first impression is going to be like. Okay, but how they are with their, you know, family is like completely different from that of how they are with their friends or their co-workers. Let's say their social life, they are completely distanced. They would keep the talk to the minimal. They would talk very straightforward. A lot of people consider them as rude. A lot of people think that they are just ready to fight or anything like that. They do fight a lot. Okay, with the Five of Swords, they do fight a lot with others. Whenever they have to fight, they could be like angry young man or woman type of a person. But like, just I mean, just wait for me to explain all the other cards. Like, these are so beautiful. How they feel about their mother is that their mother is someone who provides them certain things or provides them love, basically, with the cups energy, and they become very soft when they are speaking with their mother. Not in public, they would just, when they are speaking, having a one-on-one conversation with their mother on private, they just open up their heart. They can be vulnerable. They know that their mother is there for them emotionally, a lot more emotionally than that of the father. With the father, though, even though there's Page of Pentacles card, Page of Pentacles in terms of communication is the card for face-to-face conversation. This is the grounded type of a conversation, the conversation that you do when you want to, just what it said, just clear out the misunderstanding. That type of a conversation is what we can see from Page of Pentacles. Now, since it is their father, that's why they do have communication with their father. But still, the Page of Pentacles is literally giving me a different vibes this time. The Page of Pentacles is giving me the cards of, the father might be strict. The father of your future spouse might be someone who talks, talks in a very straightforward way. Like, they do not they do not beat around the bush. They do not do the pleasantries or stuff like that. And therefore, your future spouse also have the minimal conversation with with their father. They would only talk to their father when they have to, but other than that, it's fine. And also, with the Page of Pentacles being such a positive card, I can see that they definitely love their father a lot. Some of your future spouse might have an on and offish type of a relationship with their father, but that's fine. They still have love and respect for their father. That's what I'm seeing. See, all the cards are literally so much positive over here. And how they feel, what they feel about their siblings or their cousins, actually. Um, because I just heard the word cousins, okay? How they feel about their cousins or siblings is they feel that they could celebrate them. They are the cheerleader in their siblings' lives. See, this grumpy old man was your future spouse, and this is how they treat with the other people. They are like. They couldn't care less about the social situations, and now when it comes to having like close relationships, they are emotional, they are respectful, and here they are celebrating, they are being the cheerleader for their siblings, or um for their family, actually. It doesn't matter for them, like even if when they are close to someone, they are close to someone. When they trust anyone, they do trust some that person, and they would they are ride or die, sorry, die. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, a ride or die type of a person. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And yeah, they are there for them, they are there for their siblings, they are there to support them, they are there to fund them if they need to, they are there to you know um they are the biggest fan, if you know what I mean. They celebrate them. That's the card with the six of wands. They celebrate their siblings, they celebrate their success, they celebrate, they are happy for their siblings. Now, it could also be that their siblings are younger than them, or they could be like the cousin. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But anyway, they are like really, really, really happy for their siblings, and they like if you would see them smile, you would see them smile with their siblings. They are deep. Your future spouse is deep. Okay, and how they are in terms of their career. They are quite straightforward. They are quite accomplished with the king of wands. If they are in a company, they could be a manager or a CEO. I wouldn't be surprised if they are a CEO. They might be into social media, social analytics. I don't know what they are doing, but whatever they are doing, they are just acing it. They know how to do things. They are just, I don't know how does this person, like, I am questioning this thing. How does this grumpy person who doesn't have any social skills, or maybe they have social skills, they just couldn't care less about people, I don't know, who doesn't have any social skills in terms of, like, having friends and stuff, how do they get to be successful in people's business, or in any business, every business, it could be a business as well, but it could also be like job, any type of job. If you have to be successful, sometimes, or a lot of times, networking does come into play, doesn't it? Now, I don't know where you are coming from, but from where I am coming from, I think pretty much networking does a lot of work for us, and how people skills are is one of the things that is considered, because I am an introvert too, so I understand how they judge your confidence, or they judge you in general as a person based on how much you talk to people, or how you talk to people, or whether you talk to people or not. And I'm like here confused as how is this person even accomplished? Like, seriously, give me some tips. Do you know your future spouse? Tell them to comment down below some tips for me, or for everyone who are introverts. I don't know. But yeah, that's like, I don't know, they are a different person. Like, you can never define your future spouse, I believe. They are different in terms of their career, they are different with their family, they are totally different with social circumstances. And it's interesting. It's an interesting character, actually. Not a character, we are talking about someone's life, but you know what I mean, right? To read this cards is something fun for me. Okay, anyway, this was the reading for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below how much it resonated, whether you, hey, you know what? Actually, you know what? I want you to do something. Share this video with a lot of your friends who are married. Okay, if at all, like luckily, like just share it with every one of your friends who are married. And if at all we are lucky enough, someone will click on pile number 4, and if they are clicking on pile number 4, I want to know about their future spouse. Seriously, I do. Oh my god, I can't help it. Okay, okay, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap now. Thank you for being here. I'm really happy that you did come into this video and then you did click on this file number 4, because it's an interesting reading for me. It just woke me up and it just shook me up. Okay, bye. For those who want the extended version of this, the details are in the description down below or in the end of this video. Okay, see ya. So this one is for those of you who chose panel number 5, and we are going to see who your future spouse is. We are going to go in deeper dive into their personality. We are not just going to see what is their nature or characteristics, but we are also going to see how they are with their mother, their father, their sibling, if they have any, and how they are in their social life, how they are in their career life. So we are going to go in deeper dive here in YouTube reading um, itself, but also we are going to go for the extended if my angels are asking for the extended version. There we are going to explore your future spouse's past relationship, and if you would be together, how would they feel about you and how would you impact them in their life, and if they have any future long-term goals, what that would be. And yeah, that's it, that's that. So it's pretty interesting reading actually, because I don't know, so far all the cards were really giving me the details about the future spouse, about about it was like building up the character for me. I mean, like, when I'm saying the character, I'm saying tarot wise, right? Like, we can understand this person in a deeper sense. We can just put ourselves in their shoes, kind of a thing. It's also not like a very egoistic type of a reading, like how your future spouse will feel about you, how would they treat you, how are they with you, type of a reading. We are just going to like completely get rid of our ego, and then we are just going to just see them as they are without even thinking about how they are going to treat us or anything like that. And that's why who is your future spouse is such an interesting reading. For a little bit we are just letting go of ourselves, and we are accepting the other person for and we are just opening our eyes and seeing who they are, and we are keeping ourselves in their shoes. And this is why this type of reading is pretty interesting for me. Okay, let's begin. Whoa, the cards are flipping out, I guess. The first one did. Okay, let's see. For okay, and okay, okay, their father is a strict person. Okay, how are they in the okay, they might have multiple siblings. That's what I'm saying. Is that right? Okay. And okay. And how about okay, I literally didn't have to shuffle anything. You can see how eager angels are to tell you all these messages. Okay. Okay. So this your future spouse might have um wonderful. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just seeing all these cards and this is not focused. Okay. Now we are here. So, I mean, like, I'm seeing all of these cards and then a lot of messages are coming in my head right away, but I have to take things slow. But still, I'm like, I can't help it. Or the lovers card in their career life, I can see that they are in love with their career. They love what they do what they love, and that's their motto as well. And that's what they would like to, if they were to give any TED speech or any kind of motivational speech or advice to any of their friends. Actually, they would rather say to them, you know what, do what you love what you do, that type of thing. Okay, so this was like such an interesting energy. This is such an interesting energy. Everything is like pulling my attention towards it, but I am going to calm myself down and going to start with the first card, which is what is the nature, characteristics, or personality of your future spouse. Now, your future spouse could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Knight of Swords energy. They doesn't have to be these signs. These are just the signs that I'm channeling by looking at this card. They are someone who like to be quick. They do not. They are someone actually. They are also punctual. To be very honest, they love to be on time. They do not like things to be delayed or in any sort of way. And I am also channeling Ellen. Okay, so maybe they like Ellen show, but what I'm channeling is maybe this person, your future spouse, has the tendency to reach to any designated places early before the time. So that's one of the traits of your future spouse. They do not like to think upon a decision for a long time. They believe that you just know what you want to do, you know who you are, um, you know okay, there's one more message that is coming through. You know who you are, and you shouldn't think about um, the other person. You know what the judgment might say about the other person, like how would other persons see them, or whether others will judge them or not. They do not think like that. They know who they are, and they believe that everyone should be authentic to themselves, and they should do, like, everyone should do what um okay, wait, I think I'm not phrasing it right. Just a moment. if i were your if I were your future spouse, I'd say, you know what, we there are some people, okay, there are some people who end up thinking a lot about what decision they have to make. They just end up thinking and rethinking and overanalyzing the situation and taking a long time to make one particular decision. I am not that type of a person. I believe that you know who you are, and you should just follow yourself, follow your heart. It could be your heart, it could be your brain, it doesn't matter. You should follow whoever you are. You should follow your passion. You should do you. And no one at all should think about what others will think about them and make decision based on that. That's one of the things that I believe, that means your future spouse believe, is wrong. That's why the decisions are being delayed. So, as per your future spouse, if I'm saying as a tarot reader now, as per your future spouse, they um they believe that others take a long time to make their decisions because they get caught up in this 3D world. They get caught up in inside of their, I don't know, maybe ego or something, I don't know. They get caught up in something that is not even real, like for example, other people's judgment, or other people's disappointment, etc., or other people's ridicules. So that's one of the things that your future spouse believes, what delays our judgments or delays our decisions for ourselves. We all know intricately or innately who we are. We all know what we want to do. We all know what we want to choose. We all know where we want to go. We all know what career we want. We all know what type of loving relationship we want. We are just not 100% confident while making decisions because we end up thinking about other people, and those other people, as per your future spouse, they do not matter. We should always focus on ourselves. We can look at what other people are thinking about us. We can always like be open to the judgment, or open to not like judgment per se, because this horse over here, they do not have anything around their eyes. If you have ridden in horse, they are being given some type of flap around, uh, like on the sides of each of their eyes, so that they can only focus on the frontal portion of their view and vision, so that they can only go this way and not like any other way. But this horse over here, with the knight in the Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords deck, Knight of Swords card. I'm fumbling a lot. This horse doesn't have that flap. So what I'm saying is, your future spouse is open to other people's opinions. Your future spouse is open to other people's feedback, and they are open to understand that yes, they might also make mistakes, right? Their judgment could be different, their decision could be a wrong decision, but that does not mean that they have to always consider the other person's opinion in order to make their decisions. They are going to do what they feel is right all the time in every kind of day-to-day activities. So that's something impressive about your future spouse. So I'm like, I want to say congratulations to you guys, whoever going to meet this person and going to fall in love with them. I mean, wow. I mean, this person is like, I mean, I love them. Okay. Okay. So, how they are with their mother, and actually, you know what? I would like to go with the father first. How they are with their father, or what type of relationship they have with their father. Their father is someone who is strict. Their father is someone who is practical, rational, someone who believes in old school methods, someone who is traditional, someone um, mm, who is kind of practical even in terms of relationship, if you know what I mean. They do not do like one-on-one conversation with their son or their daughter, whoever your future spouse is. They do not have one-on-one conversation with your partner. They would rather give them the solution or the advice. Like for example, let's say if your when your future spouse was a child, they would go to their parents for seeking the emotional support. But instead of giving the emotional support to the child, the father would rather give them the practical advice, what needs to be done, and so on and so forth. So that is the kind of relationship dynamic your future spouse has had with their father. They do not feel that they can look them in the eye, um, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, your future spouse doesn't feel that your future spouse can look their father in their eye. There's no eye contact, kind of. They feel that they tone down a little bit in front of their father. That's one of the energy I'm receiving. Um, yeah, there's definitely a distance between them, but still they are like, in terms of communication, you would just think that, oh my god, they are just, they are cold towards each other, but that's not the case. They have this understanding within themselves that only they can feel. They both, your future spouse and their father. So there's understanding, there's respect, there's love, but the expression for love is not there. There's this practical front that happens with both the parties over here, and also this is not a questionable thing that your future spouse is more leaning towards their mother. They see their mother as an independent person. Okay, by the way, with the King of Wands and the Emperor, this could be that they have um two mothers or two fathers. Okay, so that's one of the scenarios I'm seeing. Okay, anyway, um, so how does your future spouse feel about the King of Wands person? Now, this guardian, whoever King of Wands guardian is, so how do they feel about them? Is they feel that they are an inspiration, especially in terms of career. They have a lot of your future spouse's learnings about money and finance and what is it, like actually financial practices a lot, but other than that, career mottos or values or stuff like that is actually coming from this guardian over here. So they are the one who is giving them most of the guidance, and also they are not giving them the guidance in terms of like advice or something like that, but they are giving the guidance by being an example themselves. So they just do what they do, and then your future spouse just follows them along the way. And yeah, one day they would love to be as their guardian, as King of Wands. That's one of the goals of your future spouse. But anyway, if they have a successful career now, or whenever you meet them, they are going to feel like this is mostly because of this parent. Yeah. Okay, I have to tell you now, since this parent has also been a working member, and this parent has been um, the emotionally distant type of a parent, not in a bad way, okay, not at all in a bad way. The emperor is a loving person. Just the thing is that they do not, some people just don't show emotions like that of the emotions, if you know what I mean. One of the viewers is having that type of an energy, is what I sense. um yeah, so I have a feeling that maybe they both were unavailable at some point, not by choice, but because of work or because of some nature or characteristics, and not also because they are not in love with their child. They definitely love their child. The children love their parents, okay? Because I can see that your future spouse has many siblings. Everyone are successful in their own way, and I'm so happy for them. Just the thing is, they were a little bit, maybe because they've had a lot of siblings, so maybe that's why they both had to be working members so that they could provide a better future for their children. But other than that, yeah, I am sensing a little bit of emotional distance or emotional unavailability. Not in a bad way though, but yes, that is something that is going on there. But then your future spouse is someone who is used to it. It's not, they don't feel bad, because I think if at all the parents are not available, they have their loving bunch of siblings around the corner, and they are in love with them. All of these cards are so freaking positive, and I'm in love with these cards, and I can see how their social life is with this card, and I know how much meaningful these siblings are in their life. So let's begin. Now, for some of you, of course, your future spouse is going to have a lot of siblings. For others of you, this, all three cards, is how your future spouse sees this one sibling. Okay, that could also be the case. But for some of you, I'm sensing the energy that these could be their cousin siblings, if you know what I mean. So just take however it resonates. It doesn't matter. What matters is how these cards are, and all these cards are really positive actually. Okay, so how do they see their elder brother or elder sibling? They see their elder sibling as someone who is loving, someone who is nurturing, someone who is like a second parent, someone who is emotionally vulnerable, someone who is emotionally available, someone who they can rely upon in terms of anything, in terms of advice, in terms of um, friendship issues, in terms of relationship issues, in terms of advice for their career, in terms of like literally anything. They can rely on this person. They trust their eldest sibling a lot. How do they feel about their young, middle type of sibling? Someone who is a little bit younger. And for a lot of you guys, this is the youngest one. Okay, that's one of the message I sensed. They feel that this sibling, the high priestess sibling, is a little bit detached from the world. They could be a Pisces, by the way. They don't have to be, but that's one of the energy I'm receiving. They might be someone who is the high priestess person is might be someone who is interested in tarot, or witchcraft, or religion, and they spend a lot of their time doing all these stuffs. Okay, so they have a really different interest as that of their um as that of their you know as that of your future spouse, but still they are, yeah, even if they have, like, for example, your future spouse, if they have any kind of news, they would still share it with this sibling over here. Okay, sibling number two. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, just see this. Sibling number one has no number because it's a King of Cups card. Sibling number two has the number two over here in the Roman, and sibling number three has the number three over here. So, okay. Okay, so how do they feel about sibling number three? Is also kind of like sibling number two, that they are a little bit detached, but also their detachment is not towards God or towards religion or law of attraction or anything like that. But the sibling number three has the detachment uh, towards exploring their world, exploring who they are, exploring what career might suit them well, etc. And also, this person is a teenager. That's the teenagerish energy, is what I'm sensing with the Three of Wands person. So they are just exploring what career might be the best one for them, or this person might be the youngest in the whole lot. Yeah, even younger than than your future spouse, actually. But yes, one thing is for sure, what your future spouse think about this sibling is that this one is non-judgmental. They would never judge them for no apparent reason. Now, if your future spouse was, emotionally reliable towards the first sibling, your future spouse is, emotionally open and vulnerable towards the last sibling. They would just share about everything. Like if I don't know, one of the messages was so strong right now. I'll tell you what message I just received. When your future spouse was going through a difficult time, or whenever your future spouse is going through a difficult time, that is, having mental health issues, they mostly share things with the youngest one. They feel they feel loved when they share things with them. Of course, they are reliable towards the first one a lot, and then they trust the second one enough to share everything with them. But they know that, I don't know, somehow they are so drawn towards the third one that they end up sharing everything with them. And I'm happy for your future spouse in a way. They have someone to share things with. Okay, moving forward, let's see how their social life is. That means how their informal social life is in terms of their friends or their relationship. Now, they have not had a very good judgment about who are like I don't know, maybe their judgment was not correct in terms of picking up people for them, picking up friends for them. That's why maybe a lot of people has ended up deceiving them, using them in some sort of way. One of the deceiving stories that I sense from your future spouse is just one of the messages I just received is your future spouse was someone who was, good at studying, and then their friends would always just want them around so that they can just help them with their homeworks and stuff like that. So that's one of the messages I received. But other than that, their overall friendship life or informal relationship life was always kind of like this, that people were there to ask them stuff, in a way, kind of not treating them as a human being with a heart, but treating them as something that could be useful. That's something not what your future spouse likes necessarily. Of course, they do not love that. Um, but also kind of they have lost hope in terms of this sector. They have, they believe that maybe I would never get a person who is genuinely interested in me, and I'm really excited to see how would you impact in their life later on. We'll see that in the extended. Okay. But moving forward with their career, this is how they feel about their career. They are in love with what they do. Now, one of the messages I received with the lover's card when I just touched it is that they do not earn a lot, but they are happy with their earnings. They are secure. They feel secure. They feel grounded. They are in love with their career. They are not in love with money. They do not care about how much money they earn. They care about what work they do, what impact they have in people's life. And that's what they care about, and that's what they would always care about. And I would love for them to be who they are for the rest of their life. I mean, I'm in love with this person, whoever your future spouse is. Okay, so congratulations, you guys. I'm really happy that this is your future spouse, and we will see you in the extended. If you're interested in the extended, you can stick around, and in the end of the video, I will be sharing with you how you can access the extended one. And if not, you can also check in the description down below. So, who cares? Okay, okay, see ya, bye. For a Wheeling extended reading, basically just scroll down and click the link that you have been provided. I provide all the readings for you guys in this sector. Enjoy, bye.